Hello and welcome. Today is that of Saturday, the 10th day of March, 2018. My name is Derek. Like always, everything within your own risk and own reward. And this is a Litecoin update. So we'll start with the 15-minute time frame for Emmercoin, EMC, on a Litecoin video. Well, on the daily time frame, price action has managed to get above the 18 average of highs. And decently above, so that's in the area where I'll be looking to sell. When I look at this on the 15-minute time frame, I see Fibonacci upside from this high to this low at an area around the 49 to 50 level. That's where I'll be looking to sell. I got an order in. However, on such an occurrence, I'm definitely going to put EMC in here. And when I make the transaction, I'll get Bitcoin, of course, for the sale. The amount of Bitcoin that I receive for such will be then purchased to buy that of Litecoin. And then if the price ratio within itself and Litecoin goes down decently, I'll buy it back. And when I sell, it's my first sell order from the first sell execution rather. I sell about 22% of what I am holding. Okay, Litecoin holding steady in at the 0.202 mark, so a ratio a little under that of 50:1. Within the more longer term but still relatively short term time frame, 400-minute, the resistance in the 18 switched over, as we can see, the smiley happy face formation. And since it topped in at the 209 level, it has managed to consolidate well above, significantly, noticeably above the 195 handle. And of course, it resisted significantly lower from the 212. I mentioned earlier, when it comes down to this, I'll be most likely looking to sell relatively aggressive when price action reaches 0.036. Sell it into Bitcoin, and then with some of the Bitcoin, buy alternate coins. And then do so again at around the 0.08 handle, and then really big, the most aggressive, as it breaks 0.17-ish, up to 0.2 I think it can go to. But that's what I'll be doing when the market gets there. Along the way, the only type of trading that I'm going to do myself is small trades here and there, short term, and these lines are different spots where I'll place buy and sell orders from. But that's just small ball in comparison to the amount of Litecoin that I have, because most of it is traded, of course, for the long term. And then, of course, whenever anything can work out to the point where I can manage to make trades in here, because other coins are going up or down very well, then I will do such in the purpose for gaining that of Litecoin. Litecoin against Ethereum, it's looking to take off. I like how price action has made this nice little rally up to previous high from the end of February. Has managed to come back down and support the 18 average of highs. We can see this Fibonacci support has been magnificent so far. On the daily time frame, it's a nice bullish sideways flag from this move higher. I like how the rate over the last 2, 3, 4 periods is seeing lows consecutively not seen within this run, that it should be poised to make a move to the next key level, which would be about 1/3 the price of Litecoin to that of Ethereum as a next significant level. Let's move this on Litecoin with the US dollar. And with Bitcoin falling right now as well, I'll do a quick little update within that at the end of this video. This will be relatively short. But we're seeing a lot of support at this key Fibonacci mark at around the 171 and and a half handle level, which is basically doing better than most of the other cryptocurrencies against the dollar. But this overall is consolidating this beautiful move. At one point, resistance was big at a little under 100. And that one point was last September. And then at one point, support was nicely above 100. And that one point was the start of February. So therefore, if it goes down and it tests more within the lower end, well, right now, I'd be looking for support. A match of previous low would be around 110. And if it manages to go down further, you're looking at 90 or so, even down to 55. Of course, that would have meant back in the day here, you would have been saying the same thing about, well, we can come back down to $9. No, we didn't. And yeah, when the thing's ready to go for a big move, they're going to have them at any point, basically. Oftentimes, you will get bullish setups before they happen. And right now, the 18 average has a little bit of work to do within it. But you could have like one big green candle up, go sideways, and then just have a nice bullish setup that would break it also. But to me, I don't care. I'm not trying to just predict which direction it's going down. Yeah, I'm at overall long term I am. And even oftentimes short term I am as well. But I like to play the either or situation. If the market goes down, what are you going to do? Well, if the market goes lower, at least against the Bitcoin price, I will do that of buy more Litecoin. And then as far as selling is concerned, as I was mentioning before with the key handle situation going back to this Bitcoin cross, all of this is just short-term moves, so there won't be any okay size selling until it has significant moves, which I am confident that it will. Now, if it doesn't, so be it. I will not. It'll suck, but that's why I liquidate every so often, because some of the things that I'm going to buy when Litecoin goes higher, outside of altcoins and Bitcoin, is going to be physical silver. It's going to be anything I feel I can buy with cryptocurrency as money. I will look to do so more when the price is right. Of course, that was a game show that got very popular. But yeah, when the price is right, then I'll look to liquidate bits and pieces. But I'm also going to prepare, decide, okay, when we get to the 3-6 handle here, how much am I going to sell? Of course, I got small short-term targets on the way within here, but just like I'm selling small amounts in here, there'll be the same thing with these two levels as well. But then around this stage here, I'll think, okay, I got X amount of Litecoin, so I want to do no more than 20% of what I got, with the intention, of course, at least when I buy it into Bitcoin, that I hold on to, and the other alts to, of course, get it back. Because it wouldn't surprise me if the price of Litecoin goes up to this area, 360, and then even pulls back to like the 230 area. And I realize that if that's the case, I can get a lot of good free Litecoin if the markets behave in such a manner. But what happens if I come up here and I sell like 20% of the Litecoin that I have, and it just keeps shooting up? It doubles even better, but better than doubles, goes to 0.08, 0.09. Well, then I'll have to sell some more at that level. As I know, if they go up in a free-for-all up move like it did before, then it'll have to stop going up at some point. Because if I can get fortunate enough to get any type of moves of 4x, 5x all together at one shot, then I realize the prospect of having, well, on a 6x gain, the prospect of a 3x loss is totally in play. Okay, let's take a quick look at Bitcoin against the dollar and then conclude the video. And here we have the situation. I stated on the 4-minute morning that it was either setting up a failed breakdown or resistance at a major level. Well, the high is in at 9,506. High for this one here, 9,500. So we can see on two different occasions how it resisted this level. If I put this on a 1 hour time frame, I can see even more clearly how it has done so. So the Fibonacci, I should remember, was about 9,000. It was a hair above 9. But 9,000 is what I would expect to pierce down to. So let's even take a look at this even more short term. Let's go 10-minute time frame. So in here, when it came to the first level of Fibonacci, it went sideways for quite some time. And then it went down. Pretty much 8,800 exactly was Fibonacci, so it did the exact same thing as it did with the other one. It just goes sideways and down again. So now it's approaching previous low. It's an area I would expect to have some sort of a level of that, a test of support. But even on a bearish level, it wouldn't be a surprise where it just goes sideways for a bit, or maybe it rallies up to the declining 18 average, thus making a lower high, and then eventually breaking down below that support mark. And then, of course, if it goes down here, you're looking at a pierce below 7,961 if this area is not support as the next level. And if this level doesn't hold, then you're looking at previous low at around 6,000 going down below there. Let me just quickly take a look at the 61.8 down from 11.7. And that number is 77.59. So you would expect the pierce on this to go down to about 7,700. So I would be looking that as where the next leg lower would come into play, especially when you look at this on the perspective within here. The amount of movement room from this low to here is too small. Because I use the Three Little Bears story as stuff like this. It can't be too small, it can't be too big, it's just gotta be right. So a move from here to here is what I consider a small leg lower. And any big moves, it just becomes that of crash material. I've already talked about how long-term the 6,000 area, which was a 23.6% long-term correction from the $150 lows a few years back and the recent highs, and a 38.2% down correction is basically 3,000. And whether it'll happen or not, I don't think so, but it obviously may. And as it goes, I'm always just going to try to increase the amount of Bitcoin, Litecoins, and whatnot that I hold, and buy on the dips and sell on the peaks. So thank you for tuning in to this video, and have yourself a great day. Bye-bye.